Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into just a really incredible story, one from the ancient commentaries on the Dhammapada.
Yeah, these texts, they sort of unpack the Buddha's verses, give us the backstory, the vivid narratives behind them.
Exactly. In this tale, it starts with something really quite small, an act of kindness, but it just blossoms into something extraordinary. And it leads right up to a teaching from the Buddha himself. It kicks off near Rajagaha, but the really key teaching happens later, over in Jetavana.
And these stories, they're just so valuable. They don't just tell us what was taught, they show how it plays out
Right.
in real lives.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes very unrealized, too, as we'll see. This one's a fantastic illustration of punyana, or merit.
Merit, right.
What it is, how you get it, and the sometimes astonishing results.
Okay, so think of this deep dive as like your way into understanding this core idea through a really unforgettable story. We'll follow this woman's journey, the surprising twists, her life and afterlife. Take and really dig into the lesson about doing good. Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
So it opens with Venerable Mahakassapa, a highly respected elder disciple.
One of the greats.
And he's just come out of a really deep meditation. The sources say he uses his divine sight to look around for someone suitable to receive alms.
Right. And his goal here is really specific. He's not just looking for lunch.
Sure.
He's actively seeking someone who, by giving to him, would generate, huge merit for themselves. Someone who's offering would have maximum positive impact.
Okay. And he spots this woman. She's guarding a rice field near Rajagaha. And she's literally right there making popped rice from the stalks. A very sort of down-to-earth scene.
Very humble. But the elder, he sees more, doesn't he? He perceives she's faithful, she has the right qualities, that an offering from her will bring her great benefit.
And the moment she sees him, wow, the commentary says she's filled with faith in this thing called fivefold rapture.
Yeah, it's describing this huge surge of spiritual joy, almost physical bliss, like goosebumps, tears, intense happiness all at once.
Just from seeing him and getting the chance to give.
Exactly, that sheer joy.
So she quickly grabs her popped rice, the stuff she's making, and puts it into his bowl.
Yes, and it's more than just giving food. She bows really deeply, and she makes a wish, an aspiration.
What does she wish for?
She says she wants to share in the Dharma, the truth, that the elder himself has seen. It's a spiritual longing.
Wow.
And he gets it. He grants her wish with a blessing.
So this simple, pure act, this giving with aspiration, it really sets things in motion because what happens next is just sudden, shockingly sudden.
Yeah.
She leaves, heads home, probably walking along the edge of the field, maybe still feeling that buzz from the encounter.
Reflecting on the good deed, yeah.
Thinking about what she just did.
And here's where it takes that dramatic turn. Unseen by her, right on her path, there's a snake. A highly venomous snake, coiled in a hole.
And interestingly, the commentary points out the snake was there when Mahakassapa passed too.
Right, but it couldn't bite him. His leg was covered by his robe. A small detail, but
crucial for her. She wasn't protected that way. She reaches that exact spot.
And the snake comes out, bites her, and she just collapses right there.
It's incredibly sudden, tragic. But the story really emphasizes this key point for what comes next. She died with a clear mind.
Yes, that's vital. Her very last thoughts were focused on that positive act, giving the popped rice with such faith.
And that state of mind at death.
Hugely powerful in Buddhist thought. It determines the next rebirth. So dying with her mind fixed on that pure, positive action just propelled her consciousness upwards to an astonishingly high realm.
Which is why the story says the result was immediate, like instantaneous.
Yeah.
And utterly elevated. She was reborn in the Tavatisa heaven.
Boom. Just like that. And we're not talking a minor upgrade here.
No kidding.
The texts describe this golden palace, 30 yojanas in size. A yojana is what, maybe 7 to 10 miles?
So hundreds of miles across this palace.
Exactly. Just vast, covered in ornaments. And her new body, it's divine. 3 gavutas long, maybe a couple of miles in length itself, radiating light. It's described almost like she just woke up from sleep into this amazing reality.
Unbelievable. And she's not alone there.
No. She's got 1,000 celestial nymphs attending her, wearing divine clothes. One piece of cloth is like 12 cubits long, maybe 18 feet. She's wearing one, has another ready.
This is just next level rebirth.
It's immense power, beauty, luxury, all stemming from that one simple offering of popped rice.
And here's where it gets really interesting, I think. The story gives this amazing visual. She's standing at her palace entrance in her divine form, right?
Yeah.
And she's adorned with a golden jar. And what's in the jar?
Golden popped rice.
The very symbol of the deed, right there with her.
It's this perfect visual echo, isn't it? A constant reminder of the cause of her amazing new state.
And using her new divine sight, she gets it instantly. She looks at all this incredible wealth, her radiance, the palace, and she knows, no doubt. This came from giving that popped rice to Venerable Mahakassapa.
That realization hits her.
So knowing that such unbelievable results came from such a simple, single act, her next thought is fascinating. She decides, I can't be negligent.
Right. She thinks, this came from one small deed. I need to build on this.
She wants to make this heavenly state permanent, and she figures the way to do that is keep serving the elder, the one who received her offering.
Makes sense from her perspective, right?
Yeah.
Continue the connection. So with that idea, early each morning, she travels down from Tavathiza heaven
Zips down to the human realm.
to the elder's compound. And she brings, naturally, a golden broom and a golden dustpan or basket.
Oh.
And she sweeps his compound, gets the water ready for drinking, for washing, these simple, humble tasks.
But for the first couple of days, Mahakassapa just sees everything's clean, water's ready.
And he just thinks, oh, one of the young monks or novices did their duties.
He has no clue it's his celestial benefactor doing the housekeeping.
Not a clue.
Until the third morning. Things change. He hears sweeping. It's still early, dark, but he sees this light, this incredible light shining through the window lattices.
The radiance from her divine body.
Yeah. So he opens the door to see what's going on.
And he asks, who's sweeping?
And she replies, identifies herself as Lājadevadhītā.
Which literally means divine daughter of popped rice.
Perfect. And says, I'm your attendant.
He's understandably a bit surprised. Like, no, you're not. I don't have a divine attendant.
So then she tells him the whole story, everything. Field guard, popped rice, snake bite.
Rebirth in Tavathiza, the realization about merit.
And why she's now coming daily to serve him, to sort of lock in her merit. She confirms, yeah, that was me cleaning the last 2 mornings.
And you'd think, hearing this incredible story of devotion and karmic results.
Right. You'd be like, wow, okay.
But the elder's response is, well, it's quite firm, even blunt. He tells her, go away, don't come back.
Which sounds really harsh. She's begging him, please don't destroy my merit, my wealth. Let me serve you so I can make this permanent.
It does sound harsh on the surface.
Yeah.
But the source explains his reasoning. It's not really about her or her devotion. He's worried about appearances.
Ah, his reputation.
Exactly. And the reputation of the monastic order. He's thinking about future Dhamma speakers, future practitioners. He doesn't want people saying, oh, Mahakassapa has a goddess cleaning his hut.
Okay, so it could be misunderstood. A distraction, maybe even a scandal.
Right. Something that could overshadow the actual teachings. So he insists she leave, basically, to protect the integrity and perception of the monastic life.
I see. So it's less about her action, more about the potential downstream perception. But she keeps begging him.
She does.
Yeah.
And the elder, seeing she's not getting the message, he snaps his fingers.
Like, enough.
Yeah, the commentary says it's a gesture, meaning she doesn't know her place or her limit. Like, you're a divine being, I'm an elder monk, this whole setup isn't appropriate. Final signal.
Okay. A definitive refusal based on discipline and reputation.
Pretty much.
So, unable to stay after that, she rises up into the air, weeping.
Still devoted, but now rejected in her attempt to serve.
Clasping her hands, crying out to him again, please don't destroy my wealth, let me make it permanent. She's just hovering there in the sky, totally distraught.
And it's right then, at that exact moment,
The Buddha steps in.
the Buddha intervenes. Miles away, in his perfumed hut in Jedavana, he hears her crying.
Wow.
He projects this light, appears before her in the air, seemingly sitting right there, and speaks directly to her.
An incredible intervention. And what he tells her is so insightful. He makes this contrast. He says, look, for some people, maybe like his own son Rahula, or perhaps implying elders like Kassapa here, the main focus, the burden, is restraint, strict discipline.
Oh.
But for others, like her, those who desire merit, who want to secure that good fortune, their main focus, their burden, is the doing of merit. Recognizing that accumulating good deeds is their path, their goal.
Ah, so it's validating her desire, but redirecting how to fulfill it. It's not a one-size-fits-all path.
Exactly. And he confirms the value of what she's aiming for. He says clearly, powerfully, doing merit brings happiness. Not just here, but crucially in the next life too. It's always beneficial.
So he's affirming the goal, but maybe hinting at a different method than serving Kassapa.
Precisely. And then he gives the specific verse that this whole story is built around.
Okay, what's the verse?
He says, if a person would do merit, they should do it again and again. They should make their mind up on it, for the accumulation of merit is pleasant.
Do it again and again. That speaks directly to her situation, doesn't it?
Totally. She did one amazing act, got amazing results, and wanted to make it permanent by clinging to that external connection. The Buddha's showing her the real path to lasting security and happiness isn't about clinging to the result of one past deed or relying on serving the elder. It's in the continued doing.
Don't stop at one. Keep going.
Keep going, and not just going through the motions. Make their mind up on it. Have enthusiasm, desire. The text uses rusi, a real liking or interest for the good deed itself.
So enjoy the process of doing good.
Yes. Why? For the accumulation of merit is pleasant. Piling up good deeds, the sukhayo, it feels good. It brings happiness now and later.
Okay, so it shifts the focus from the reward or clinging to the source of the reward to the ongoing practice of generating goodness and finding joy in that practice itself.
Exactly. Framing the process not as a chore, but as something inherently enjoyable and beneficial, and the result of her hearing these words from the Buddha.
Instantaneous and profound. The story says right at the end of that discourse, while she's still standing there in the air.
45 yojanas up, apparently.
Yeah, this incredible height. She attains the fruit of stream entry, Sadapadaphala.
Stream entry. Wow, that's huge, isn't it?
Absolutely monumental. It's the first irreversible stage of awakening in Buddhism.
Irreversible.
Yeah, I mean, she's cut off certain deep-seated defilements. She's guaranteed not to be reborn in lower realms. And she's basically on a definite path to full enlightenment within, at most, 7 more lifetimes. It's a massive spiritual leap.
Triggered directly by hearing the Buddha teach, right there in the sky.
Exactly. Hearing the teaching, reflecting on her own actions, her intentions, it all clicked into place.
So this whole incredible journey, guarding a field, giving some popped rice,
To a golden palace,
to a weeping rejected in the sky.
culminates in this profound spiritual attainment,
Yeah.
all rooted in that pure intention and then that desire to continue and deepen the goodness, which the Buddha skillfully redirected.
It's such a powerful story about karma, about merit, how even seemingly small things done with real sincerity, real heart,
And enthusiasm.
can just kick off these incredible chains of events, leading not just to worldly happiness like that palace, but ultimately to real spiritual progress.
Yeah, and it highlights it wasn't just the one offering. It was the clear mind at death, that powerful wish she made, her realization, and then that desire to keep cultivating goodness. That's what primed her to really hear the Buddha's words and attain stream entry.
So what does this mean for you listening? I think this story, the Lājadevadhītā, is just such a vivid reminder, isn't it? Doing good, accumulating merit. It's not just, ticking a box. It's meant to be a source of real happiness, real well-being.
Both in this life and beyond, yeah. And the power isn't just in one grand gesture. It's in the again and again, like the verse says, doing it consistently, with intention, with that rusi, that enjoyment of it.
It really poses that question, doesn't it? If one moment of simple, sincere giving could lead to all that heavenly rebirth, a direct teaching from the Buddha, stream entry.
Right. What could your consistent, enthusiastic accumulation of good deeds, big or small, bring into your life? In terms of happiness, growth, maybe even insight?
Definitely something to ponder until our next deep dive.